Welcome to the world's worst podcast. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jules Evan Rivera. And I'm Blackbird, the dark, terrible creature that festers at the bottom of your soul. Why the bottom? Rents are cheaper over there. We have got a hell of a topic here for you today. We are going to be talking about the male loneliness epidemic. Oh God, not this again. Yeah, the male loneliness epidemic is not going to go away, but we actually have to start talking about this stuff in terms of like productive terms. We can't just keep beating up on guys and hoping it fixes itself. I thought men liked it when you hit them. Yeah, but kink isn't everything, Blackbird. So the male loneliness epidemic, as you know it, is how men are lonely. They're not able to attract mates and women the way they used to. Well, at least the cishet men are having a problem. The gay ones are doing just fine. Yeah, we'll get to that. But let's be real. Let's talk about some of the societal factors that actually feed into this epidemic. It's way beyond just Andrew Tate and the manosphere. It's way beyond feminism and women not willing to get to the kitchen anymore. Jules, I would never trust you in a kitchen. There's way too many knives and ways to set things on fire. See, you're smart. You know that. But what we're experiencing here is a patriarchal collapse that is actually being brought on by late-stage capitalism. Oh, capitalism! Late-stage capitalism! Why the hell are we celebrating late-stage capitalism again? I mean, we're not. I just like hitting the party horn button sometimes. Party horn for literally no reason. Okay, let's start from the beginning because I wrote down a whole list of notes. There's a lot of damn notes here. All right, the first order of business I want to talk about is patriarchal collapse. Meaning the patriarchy is patriarchying so hard, it's just turning everybody into the most unlikable assholes ever. See, the thing is, patriarchy has these dudes in a chokehold, and they believe that the only way to be considered manly, quote unquote, is if you adhere to a few key tenets. Manly tenets versus the ones that would get you called gay. Now, let me just preface all of this by saying is that masculinity is all performative and anybody can be considered a masculine, manly man, even if they are gay. I'm gay and manly AF. Let's test that, shall we? It is literally manly to consider your man's needs come first, ahead of the wife and kids. But you're gay if you care about your wife and kids' needs. It's manly to leave the household chores, cooking, cleaning, laundry, to women. But participating in any of that ish makes you gay. And by the way, the reason why household work is relegated to, quote, women's work is because corporations and jobs expect men to pour their all into their jobs and not their families. In patriarchy capitalism landia, families are meant to prop up men rather than them providing for their families. So you'll give more to your boss! Giving more to your boss than your wife sounds pretty gay to me. I'm just saying this is what patriarchy teaches. The next thing in manly versus gay is, in manly manhood, man's pleasure comes first. No mention of lube! Like, I have literally never heard any kind of pickup artist, manosphere, podcast, or whatever mention lube once. So what, are they just dry docking it or something? Probably. Gross. And of course, it's not manly to put a woman's pleasure needs ahead of your own. Nah, baby, it's manly just to be a two-pump chump, and she better love it. With no lube, of course. But it's gay to actually care about your family's needs and eat clam like there's no tomorrow. Fellas, is it gay to eat your wife's clam? According to patriarchy, yes, because you are assuming a submissive role. Everything about patriarchy teaches men that relationships for connection and care are all about dominating the other person. With, once again, I stress, no lube! Patriarchy's really weird. And it contradicts itself all the time. To be a manly man, you can only like sports, red meat, and video games. Liking anything outside of that shit makes you gay. Is it gay to like puppies? Yes. Is it gay to like looking at a sunset? Well, yeah. Lord, no wonder these guys are so miserable to be around. They're in a prison of their own creation. Well, it's more accurate to say patriarchy created the prison. And one last thing on the manly versus gay list is it's definitely manly to have no male friends. Other men are only competition. But having male friends you can hug and tell, I love you, man, gay. It's almost like patriarchy is making these men into weird little capitalist clones of their shitty capitalist bosses. And it's really making them a bunch of unlikable jerks. Indeed, it is difficult to get anybody to sleep with you or consort with you if you are an unlikable ass clown. Okay, so what if I'm not a completely unlikable douche hammer, but I still want a stay-at-home wife with a couple of kids? How is late-stage capitalism screwing that up for me? God, I'm so glad you asked. The simple fact is most men cannot afford to support a stay-at-home mom and several kids. According to Fidelity.com, the median income salary of an American in the first quarter of 2025 is $62,000. And I looked up the average rental prices in my local area of San Diego. The median home price rental in San Diego for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house is about $3,700, which means you would have to make $11,000 a month or $133,000 a year. Yeesh, who the hell can afford that? Doctors and tech bros mostly. Oh, because we know those guys are so good at being husbands and stuff. Right? So either you marry a doctor who's literally never going to be around when you're raising your family, or a tech bro douche clown you're gonna wish was never around. Ladies, step right up. They're single. Yeah, no thanks, I'm good. It doesn't help that the average Gen Z graduate is going neat. According to Fortune.com, 1 in 5 male Gen Z graduates are sitting on the couch, not actively looking for work. Because unemployed guys who play video games all day are so sexy. They are if they're a Twitch streamer. That's literally not unemployment. Being a Twitch streamer is still work. It also doesn't help that people are getting married at much older ages these days. According to this lovely chart I found on Axios.com, the median age of people at their first marriage as of 2023, especially in California, is 31 years old. And yeah, good luck in getting a 31-year-old woman to sign up for some unemployed dude sitting on their couch while she busts her ass at work all day. So now we've got an entire nation of unlikable, unemployable men who are all entitled to a woman's free labor. Hey babe, can you give me some pizza rolls? I'm almost winning in Halo 3. And we're wondering why nobody wants to touch their pee-pee. Oh, I thought transactional relationships were sexy. Yeah, not so much. The terrible garbage transactional relationship of the man provides and the woman has to spread her whatnots and let you hit their hoo-ha. Women are signing up for that less and less. And it's leaving cishet men out in the cold. So what you're saying is the answer is we have to go gay. I mean, yeah, anybody who is manly is losing versus the gay ones who are actually living a good life. Quote unquote gay, of course. Jules, what if you're being harsh? What if all these men want is connection and love in exchange for being an alleged provider? I mean, real talk, most of these guys need to start learning to love themselves first. And of course, heal your mother and daddy wounds. Because too many dudes out there think that being married means taking revenge on your mom through your wife. Or like any woman for that matter. Yeesh. And that's not love. Love has to start from within. Self-love. Because if you don't love yourself, how do you expect anybody else to love you? It's like trying to sell a really terrible car to someone. You know you're running a scam on them. And women waiting until their late 20s to get married are gonna spot a romantic scammer. Don Draper himself said romance was invented to sell women pantyhose. But it's also selling women on these allegedly manly men. Because nothing is more manly and definitely not gay than proving your manhood to another man. See, patriarchy hurts men too. Alright, so, final thoughts. How do we fix the men's loneliness epidemic? First, we get them to not give a shit about what looks gay. And get them to actually give a damn about their fellow people, not just women. Because in the year of our Lord, 2025, nobody is trying to sign up for another transactional relationship. In the words of David Lynch, fix your hearts or die. Or more accurately, fix your hearts or die alone. Die alone. I'm pushing the party horn anyway. Love Jules! Thanks so much for watching the World's Worst Podcast. If you'd like to support this independently created podcast, check us out on Patreon, where you can get early comics and or cartoons sent right to your inbox. Share any of the blog posts you see on www.lovejules.com. Or, of course, you can like and subscribe for more. Thanks so much for watching. Love Jules!